Hello, it's Dr. Rowe. I just threw my hat on. I was about to drive off and I thought, no, I'm going to do one more video while I'm here. I've been doing a couple of videos here on anxiety, dealing with it, one on money and one on overwhelm. You have to go and watch those videos separately. And I was just about to de-rig everything, put my cap on. I thought, actually, let me just tackle one other subject around anxiety and just going to keep it focused to one thing. And that is, and this is by all means, or by no means, the whole of mindfulness encapsulated in 5 minutes, because it's absolutely not, but a mindfulness technique that I've already alluded to and talked about in a previous video, but I just want to come back to it. So, if you know this stuff already, fine, you don't need to watch all of this, but it's a simple technique and it's combined actually. You don't often hear a lot of people talk about this. They tend to focus on the breathing, but I'm going to give you a slightly different spin on it. And I have described it at the start of one of my other videos, but I want to just extend it and just explain it a little bit more. So let's just remind ourselves of anxiety and basically what it is. And for 90% of people in my mind, if not more, nearly everybody, the anxiety that people experience is an anxiety they put upon themselves, meaning that, yes, I'm not taking away the fact there might be a lot of things going on around you. There might have been a death in the family. There might be pressure on you financially, time pressure, kids, physical challenges, health issues, global meltdown going on around you financially, whatever. So I'm not saying that those things are not happening around you. The difference between somebody that doesn't experience anxiety versus somebody that does is how they react to that situation. So of course, for somebody that gets anxiety, their focus is literally magnified in each of these areas, completely magnified. Everything is full multicolor and everything they think about, boom, comes up in front of them like this. And then they suddenly go, do, 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 do. And the worst case scenario gets magnified. They start to breathe and they think, oh my God, what about that thing over there to do with my finances? Boom, that shrinks down. This one comes up, boom, straight in front of them. And immediately they're looking at it, they're going, oh my gosh, that situation with my finance. And what about the credit card? And what about the payments on the mortgage? Oh my God, boom, do. And then the situation with the argument you had this morning with your partner, boom, up it comes, boom. So somebody that feels anxiety, even I can feel it now actually, is the breathing patterns. And you get a little bit of a tingling feeling, and then the world seems to narrow down and you get this tunnel vision on the one thing that's really, really intense. And then boom, that gets put down, something else comes up, the phone goes, the text goes, the email goes, and we're just bombarded. And of course, now you're on social media, and this is really what pisses me off about Facebook and social media. Great tool if it's used properly, but people will look at their friends, they'll look at all this stuff that's going on, they go, oh, look at their life there, that's amazing, they've got all this financial situation, it's going really well, boom, but my situation's really bad. And they do a comparison. Facebook, all beautiful, boom, my situation, shit. Facebook, look at them, they're on holiday having a great time. My situation, haven't had the time or the money to go on holiday this year, boom. Relationship, they're looking so happy. My situation, had a massive argument this morning and we keep arguing every single day. Boom. That situation over there, look at that, they're with their kids. It looks so idyllic on Facebook. Look at them, that's fantastic photographs. Oh yeah, it's wonderful. Boom, me and my kids, not going out the door, stress, coming back late from school, whatever. So we do instant, I bet you're relating to this. We do instant comparisons with what is apparently an ideal world. What you don't see is all the other negative stuff that's going in their lives as well. Just remember that. So all this is happening around us, and the breathing is great. So let me try and simplify this. What I want you to do is, you can do this anywhere, but if you can, to start with, do it in somewhere silent, whether it's here, in the car, like this, whether it's, there's a cafe not far from here, whether it's in a cafe, although people might look at you a little bit strange, whether it's at home. If you can find a quiet spot, that's the best thing to do. And I just want to rewind on this one. You are literally going to slow your breathing down and bring all of your focus, to start with, to one place. Not here, not here, not here, not all around you, but here. You're breathing. I mean, meditation techniques for years have focused singly on this. When I started learning the experience of meditating and learning to calm myself down, one of the things I discovered very quickly was, if you can own your breathing, you basically can control everything. And if you think about it fundamentally, you can survive for months without food. You can. Most people can. You can survive a few days without water, but you literally cannot survive more than a few minutes, if that, without air. So the one thing that our body needs more than anything else is a breath. And I think that's why it's such a massively important thing, because it's the one thing that we have control over. If you went into water and you're underwater for too long, you'd start to do this, and you go into a stress state, and the anxiety and the whole physiological reaction to, I think I'm going to drown. So the very fact that all this stuff is happening around you, the anxiety and the pressure is building on top of you, but you have control of this. Now, close your eyes if you can, and bring the air down through the top of your chest, down past your microphone, wherever it is. Oh, where is the microphone? Oh, there it is. Down past the tapping of the microphone, down past here. And the hara is in the sort of center of the chest there. It's the solar plexus area. It's like just below the rib cage in that area there. You can breathe down to your hara. It's kind of the core of your soul there, but even deeper down into the belly of your lungs, because top of your lungs is kind of shallow up here. Bottom of the lungs is nice and big, where the air can come in, a big void down there. So that's why when you can get down and bring the air into there, and your belly goes out, you're feeling so much more air in there. And of course, that's what we need to get the oxygen into our bloodstream. And our body and our blood goes, thank you very much for giving me oxygen. It helps me fire off the energy, fuel the nutrients, give the heart and the lungs that great impact of the air that's coming in there. Where there's less air getting down out into the blood system. And so it starts to tingle. Anyway, so what am I doing? I'm slowing down. And I'm focusing on every single breath. Now, there's different rules about how long you breathe in for, and I'm not going to go into that, but simply, if you want to go in for the count of 4, 5, 6, and out again. Heart math actually, I think, works on the principle of 5 seconds in and 5 seconds out. Some people do 8. You got to go with what feels comfortable for you, but it has to be enough. That's why I don't want to give you too many rules at this stage. Otherwise, there becomes a rule about it has to be this way, because that's what Dr. Rowe said. But it's just simply allowing the breathing to slow down. And don't go and hold. Try and make the process of breathing in slowly. Now, there are some great breathing techniques, especially in the Asian culture, where you go in. It's forcing the air down one side and then out the other side, and then in that side with your mouth shut, and then out the other side. So you can do that, but if you want to keep it simple, just breathing in 4 or 5. Hold it for 2 or 3, and then out again. Let the air just circulate there. Now, once you feel you're doing that and you're not focusing on the sound around you, nothing at all, no distractions, and you're really focusing on just the breathing in, notice the air going out. Picture it passing up through your lungs and then out into the world. And then picture it sucking new fresh air in, the coolness going through down your lips and then down into your lungs, filling your lungs. Just be focused on the breath, nothing else, no other sounds, no distraction. Then, but once you get into that state, and it is quite euphoric, you can see it in my eyes. What I want you to do, try this technique. People don't talk about this very much. Is I want you to now picture the scene all around you, like it's all in 3D, multicolor 3D. Every single situation that's going on around you, I want you to imagine it as this floating movie screen. You can do it that way. If you want to go right into it, you can. But each area in your mind where these images are stored of all the challenging situations that are going on whilst you're still breathing, I want you to imagine them slowing down with your breathing. And these movies are slowing down to such an extent that you can just look at them. You've got the argument that happened this morning just sat over there in your mind. And we keep our memories in different places. It's like a little separate movie screen. Now, just try the process. Because in doing this, the anxiety cannot be rushed now. So it forces you to go, okay, there it is. That's the situation. Just let me look at it for a minute. Look at all the reactions. Just notice it. And while you're looking at that scene, just for a moment, where you're feeling some anxiety, just ask yourself a quiet question. What could I do to improve that? How could I react differently to that next time? In a positive way. And just ask that question in a positive way. How could I get more out of that situation? Remember, we're breathing, and that little movie scene has slowed down just there. Yeah, I could do that. And then just let it go. Literally just. And then take yourself to the next image. That's the one over there. The financial situation I had today. A bit of a fallout in the bank this morning with a bank manager. That's the situation. Slow it down. Add a bit of a comical side to it. Oh yeah, I looked a bit silly there. How could I handle that differently the next time I go into that situation? Yeah, I could do that. Maybe I'd take some more information with me. Maybe I have a bit more facts with me next time. I don't raise my voice. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah, that feels good. Let it go. What I'm trying to do is get you to imagine this literally environment with all these busy things that are causing you a lot of stress, and you're slowly seeing them for what they are and then letting them go. How can I handle it differently? Boom. My kids, that was an anxiety thing last night. I just got so stressed about the kids rushing around, and I shouted at them, and I kind of got angry and said some things I didn't want to say. Just picture that scene, slow it down. Just for a minute, look at your children's faces, look at how they're reacting to you. They're just these little people. They don't know any different. I mean, they're so young. Their model of the world is based on the model of the world that you're creating for them. So your anxiety becomes their anxiety. Do you want that? I don't want that. So looking at how innocent they are, and I was shouting at them, I'm trying to impart my set of beliefs about how I want this situation to be. They never even experienced this, and yet I'm forcing it on them. How can I be different in that situation as a parent? You know what? Let me sit down instead of standing up and just pointing down to them. Next time I'm going to sit down with them. In fact, I'm going to get on my knees and just talk to them face to face and hold their hand and just have a conversation in a different way. How would that feel that would feel amazing. And I can see that they'd react differently to that. Yeah. Wow, that's good. I like that. Let that one go. What about the argument? Well, it wasn't even an argument. It was just the tension between me and my mum the other day when we were talking. And it seems to be happening a lot at the moment. She keeps talking about all her ailments and her illnesses and all the challenges that are going on there. And I keep trying to find solutions. And I'm getting anxious because I think she should be doing this and she should be doing that. And what if she ate this? And what if she looked after herself better? But I'm feeling so frustrated about this and anxious because I want her to get healthier. Okay, remember, we're slowing it down. Slow that movie down. Oh yeah, slow it down, slow it down. Thanks, Dr. Rowe. Okay, so what is it your mum really wants in that situation? Notice I'm doing different questions for each, but they're all essentially the same thing. I just think my mum wants me to love her. Yeah, exactly. And is that what you're doing? Yeah, I'm loving her. Yeah, but what you're really doing is you're kind of being a parent or a teacher to them. That's true. I don't think that's what they want. Is that what they want? Look at the situation again. That's not really what she wants. What do you think? Look, just slow the movie down. As if you were your mum right now, floating yourself into their situation. What does she want? She just wants me to give her a cuddle. Why didn't you give her a cuddle? Because I was angry with her. Okay, so can you still be angry and give her a cuddle? Yes, because I love her. Okay, so what could be a better thing to do next time? Give my mum a cuddle. Just tell her I love her and say I'm here for her. And don't try and judge her. And say, Mum, what if I was to give you some ideas? Would you be open to that? If she's not, that's fine. But if she is, great. But don't assume that you have all the solutions. How would it feel just to give her the opportunity to be herself and let her come to you? Well, that would be less pressure on me, because that's the thing that's been on my mind every time I go to bed the last few days. Okay, well, let's park that. Okay, good. And that's all you do. That's the process you do. And I'm not saying it's the solution to everything. It's being mindful of all those situations. It's slowing them down and you're taking control of them in your mind. And at the same time, being able to say, it's okay to let that go. And I've got solutions to some of these already. I hope that's helped. It doesn't work for everybody. It certainly worked. It works for me, but it works for a lot of people I've worked with and the people I've coached. And if it's given you something, even a little tool there, then it's been worth me spending the time before I shoot off, because I have to go home now and I'm going to switch over with my partner because she's going to spend some time with my daughter. I think she's going off to get her hair done. And my other daughter, who's 4 years of age, I'm going to go spend some time with her. So it's time for me to sign out. It's Dr. Rowe, getting ready to go. I shall see you on one of my next videos. Remember that not just videos about anxiety, there's videos about health, relationships, communication, about money and about property. And it's a great joy to be able to share these with you. I'll see you on the next video.